welcome to the Yokes Podcast. I have an idea of what we're going to talk about today, but apparently nobody else does.
But before we start talking about these topics, let's all
YokesCast.
introduce each other one at a time. So let's start with Johnsy. Johnsy, you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Johnsy.
Okay. J-Top.
I'm J-Top.
I'm MC Sapling.
Lord Pasta.
I am Lord Pasta. I'm the best one here.
No, you're not. Stop lying. Tins is muted. Great. Gotta love that. And I'm Just Rez. And today we are going to be having discussions about random shit because we did not plan this at all. Amazing. So anyone got any topics to discuss?
I freaking planned this. What do you mean plan this?
Yeah,
I don't understand.
You've got
We were
everything.
very unprepared.
To come up with stuff. I would like to open by saying that was the shittiest introduction any of us have done. We all just kind of like said our names.
I thought that was a joke.
We decided to be crappy on purpose.
I don't understand.
All right, guys, wait.
I think we might need to restart. Okay, shut
No,
up.
we
Shut
don't.
up. Let me say something.
No, everybody shut up. Okay?
We need an order to
wrong, false. No. If you've been in a podcast before, say I. Say I if you have. I. Okay. Everybody else, shut the fuck up. We know what we're doing. You don't. Okay, I'm being overly dramatic.
Fuck you.
No, fuck you. Okay.
I'll see how it is.
Double fuck you.
No, but it makes sense. We've been on podcasts before. You don't plan podcasts to like an extreme degree. What you do is you say, what you do.
Wait. Okay, listen. I have a question.
Okay.
Does that podcast still exist?
Yes. All of the podcasts exist.
No.
I don't understand.
Is it like still being continued?
What does that have to do with anything?
Right. Okay.
Did your podcast fail?
We're restarting, right?
No.
Can I
Obviously, I'd hope so.
We're not.
Why? Why not?
Restarting.
This is
Can we
great.
go over the
This is
script?
better than we could ever do anything else.
Oh my god, shut the fuck up! Right, okay. Right, can I go over the script, alright? So here's what's gonna happen, right? One of us is gonna introduce it, but instead of going...
we leave everything in.
Johnsy boy, shut the fuck up, Sapling. Instead of going... your name, right? Here's what we're gonna do. One of us is gonna go, hey, welcome to the cast. Today we're joined by Johnsy, J-Tov, Rez, Pasta, MC Sapling, right? And so, instead of being like, we don't have a script today, can I please at least finish what I want to say? Oh my god, this is what I meant by overcrowdation. We need one person talking at a time. If I'm still talking, I want to have a civilized conversation where I can talk without being interrupted by each of the members. So what I want happening is maybe like once in a while, you know...
your internet shouldn't just kick out while you're talking.
No, he didn't. I could hear him the entire time.
Dang it, it was my internet kicked out.
Okay.
I hate this, man.
I don't think this is as bad as like everybody thinks. This is amazing. I don't understand.
This is the thing.
Can we at least restart?
Can we
and
stop?
go with this idea?
Why?
Yeah, because
why does everybody have to plan everything? It's just so stupid.
Okay, I agree.
You don't plan a
podcast. We don't have to plan everything out. But I do agree
with Pasta.
Everything up to this point was so fucking dumb.
It's amazing.
And I really think we should restart.
Can I finish the script?
Can
I finish the script? Right?
Finish.
So, then again, instead of saying, we don't know what to talk about, as, like, being pretty fucking dumb, right? We're gonna take it, you know, like, hey, we're gonna have one person say something, and then we're all gonna follow it up, right? Not essentially one by one, but I don't want everybody talking all over each other. So as soon as you hear one person talking, try and not talk, but have like maybe some communication where you know who's gonna talk next, right?
Well, forgive me, I didn't know we were in the presence of God. Who can decree who can talk when and for how long.
No,
oh my fucking god.
I mean,
it's because there's 6 people on here. That's how
no.
Is this podcast just gonna be us like talking about how we're gonna start the podcast?
No, it should be. That's a great idea. I don't understand.
That would be amazing. First episode.
Why does everybody think that a podcast on a throwaway content channel has to be planned? Why?
I've never been in a podcast that's had more than 3 members in it before, so it's just because it's over fucked, and that's why I'm not in this. But I just want it to not look shit, if you know what I mean.
What do you mean you're not in it? You're in it.
No, I'm not talking. That I said.
You're
that.
talking right now, Tins.
I'm recording right now. This is the podcast.
From above.
Seriously, you're still doing it? Oh my, this is gonna be so fucking dumb.
No.
Johnsy, okay. I could restart, but I guarantee you, it's gonna be just as bad.
Yeah, we should just keep this in. I don't really care. It's your first podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, anyone's actually gonna watch this?
I agree this is pretty funny, but I think this should be like a standalone thing.
No, it must be a part of the main one.
And that is our intro, everybody.
Alright. I don't understand what all of this nonsense about we never plan anything is. I planned things. It only takes one person to plan things. If we're doing a podcast, right, the only rule that I think is reasonable to assume is one in the effect of general topic guidelines. And anybody can come up with those at any time. And so we could all have our individual topics written out, and then we can just everybody brings one up when we don't have anything to talk about. Right?
Oh, 10 flat. Yeah, we got 10.
But my point is that's not what we're doing right now.
Yeah,
we're just kind of fumbling around.
Hey, but at least we don't have nothing to talk about. Alright, topic 1. What do we all think about the YouTube algorithm?
It could be better.
Yeah, it could be improved upon, but in its current state, I wouldn't consider it a good thing for smaller creators. For large creators, like once you're established on the platform, I feel like the algorithm is like very good for you to continue to grow as long as you're uploading good content, at least good enough for people to watch. I don't care, but as a smaller creator, I feel like the algorithm seems to be more or less against you in a way, right? Because
I'd agree with that, but I have to interject here. Just like it's bad. It's kind of like I just feel like it maybe what you're thinking about, and that what a lot of small creators feel isn't so much the algorithm being bad, but more that there are just more people on the platform and more of a saturation of all the topics that small YouTubers choose to talk about. And then on top of that, I think that it's just hard to get an audience. Like once you've got an audience on, just like the exposure of an audience to talk about a certain thing, or like they watch you. Let's say once you got like 100,000 subscribers, I feel like you can be pretty successful on almost any platform you choose to move to.
No, that's BS.
Just because you have that audience.
No, that's BS, man.
But are you 100,000? Oh well, I guess.
No, I talk to people.
I
know Spiky Poo, my boo. But no,
I would.
Not. No, that's not true. But like, here's the thing. YouTube is a constant grind, right? So like, people think that at some point you'll just reach a threshold to where you just gain subs constantly. That's just not true at all. Like, that's just fake news. So.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. All right. Then again, I would also say that Spike Viper. No offense to him, he does not make that good content. Like he's doing like let's say for something back in like when PewDiePie was getting popular and all that. That would have good content for back then, but because there wasn't as much of it. But nowadays, it's just the exact same content that I've watched 100 people or thousands of people do the exact same thing. He's not really innovating. It's like he does, to me at least, it's not something I would watch. And maybe like, and he doesn't have the backing of a new game that just came out or anything like that. I don't think he's really tried to innovate or make videos that a lot of people would want to watch, which I think is why he's not as popular. Like if he was making videos that weren't just 20 minutes of him talking with barely any editing, I would agree that yes, the algorithm somehow is screwing him over.
That's the thing with his content. Like, and people always tell him, "Oh, do varied content. I don't think it's varied content that he needs to do. I think it's edited content. Like if he live streamed and he just had some dude edit like live stream moments for him. Like, that would probably do well with
that would be good enough, honestly. In my opinion, I think it would be. But he's
like,
not.
I could do that. Like I would do it for free. He could just allow me, give me footage and allow me to edit it. And like I don't know. I just kind of want to.
Yeah, like I think that something about what he's doing just doesn't seem like the kind of stuff that I'm into. And I know that there's a good 1,000 people in his Discord and just on his channel who watch his videos, about 1,000 people. And but I think those people don't watch because of anything unique that he does. They watch because they like him as a person.
Yeah,
not
that's
because
true.
they like his content.
That's absolutely true.
Which is why he should. I don't know, because
because
is the only thing that's keeping his channel alive at this point.
What's the only thing keeping his channel alive?
That his personality. It's just the content that he makes in general. It's not like anything like unique or.
It has no hooks. It has no catches to it, and I don't think it's the algorithm's fault. Let's say if he was making really good, like there's a lot of small creators out there who make good videos, but then I look at them and it's like your channel's like that guy I interviewed for my 10 questions interview series, all ages. I think he makes really good videos, but and that I think are exactly the kind of thing I would watch all the time. And I watched like I think almost every video on his channel, but he has like 200 subs and it's been like 4 years. And he's been uploading monthly, and I think that's where the algorithm gets you. It's the weekly uploads that promote your content. If he was able to make those like once a week, like let's say like someone who's super meat cannon, I think just upload those kinds of videos once a week, he would be so big by now. But he can't because he's a one-person show, and he's from what I get, he's a bit of a perfectionist as far as script goes, and it takes him about a month to get a video out.
Okay, unpopular opinion, but I don't understand why certain creators are perfectionists. I feel like that hinders your chances of growing.
That's true, but then it's also like
people just want to make good videos. Right?
Yeah, his videos wouldn't be as good if he didn't cut out 90% of what he wrote down, I think, at least from what he gets, because what he's got is really good videos. But
doesn't he have a full-on team, by the way?
Super Meat Cannon does, and he's popular because he's able to get relatively large long videos out. That's one thing. The algorithm really gets YouTubers with the length of your content and how many times you upload. That's when it's a problem. Like Spike Viper, he's got the length and he's got the weekly, daily uploads, or how many he does. So it's not the algorithm that's pushing him back in that case. It's really just what he is uploading that no one wants to watch, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But with smaller creators like animators, especially, you can really see how that affects them. It's that they have to be able to push videos out that of a good quality, that are also the length that the YouTube will promote the videos, and if they're not that length, they won't get promoted. Which is one reason why Storytime animators blew up so much, I think, because they could put out 10-minute videos once, like every 2 weeks or once a week, if they lower the production budget enough. And then after a certain point, I think once you get millions of subscribers and you make a good enough videos, you can succeed without the need of the algorithm. You know, like if you're a million, like let's say someone like the Odd Ones Out, his videos, he posts like once a month now, and he still gets millions of views, and he's got like 14 million subscribers. And the reason I think for that mainly is because his fans will watch anything he uploads, and since they will watch anything he uploads, and he puts more quality, like better animation into his Storytime videos, and the scripts are still good, people will watch it no matter how long the wait is, as long as it's the quality, the end result is good. So I think you can overcome the algorithm, but the fact that you have to overcome the algorithm as a small like animator or like a channel like skit like a skit type content that's only like not 10 minutes long. You know, like a lot of good videos just can't be 10 minutes long. If you go back to old YouTube, a lot of the stuff that was blowing up was not 10 minutes. It was like 10 seconds or like 2 to 3 minutes and a lot shorter. But now YouTube's really pushing the long form content, which I think is at the detriment to a lot of more funny, like shorter
It's been pushing the long form content for like 5 years now, so I don't think that's like a recent thing.
It's still a negative. I mean, you can't make small, short clips outside of a few exceptions. Like there's this one guy where they do like, you know, that they do like 1 minute videos, like a little less than 1 minute. And the only reason this channel blew up, I think it was the Bread Boys is what they're called on YouTube, and the only reason they're popular and successful is because they blow up through Reddit. And you have to find it's the only way to get past the YouTube algorithm. They had to find another way to get past it. It was blow up through Reddit. You can't do it through YouTube using that shorter content. So whether it's been something that's been a problem for that many years, it's still a problem. I think it's a detriment to the site, in my opinion. But I don't know how they would get around to it. Like there was an update that they're recently going to they're going to do very soon, to where, like, you know, with the algorithm is going to change slightly to where you no longer need to get the 10-minute plus video length. It's going to be 9 or 8, so you're going to be roll ads, right?
Which is great because, but then so it somewhat fixes the issue, but not completely, because I think
it fixes monetization, not.
It doesn't like recommend them more.
No,
I don't know what they're saying. It might, because they're making it so you can put ads, so maybe they will. Only time will tell, though.
Well, prepare to see 8 minutes and 1 second videos flood in.
You know what? I'm okay with that, honestly. Well, I don't know about 8 minutes and 1 second. I feel like people just keep doing 10-minute content, and then they just won't push the 10-minute mark as much. You know, I think that's what their goal is with this. It's to not
like 9 to 10 minutes.
You'll see like everyone going from 9 to 10, because a lot of the time you'll get videos that are like 20 minutes long, and I don't think those videos are affected at all by this 8-minute reduction to mid-roll ads. Actually, that's one thing you've seen a lot. I see that a lot of content that's the most successful on the site are like long form, like drama videos that are like a movie length, like an hour long, and podcasts that are like 2 to 3 hours long. Those are what I think I've been blowing up the most as of recent. Like Joe Rogan, he's not recently blown up, but like his videos do really well, even though they're like 4 hours long. And then you've got all of those people like John Swan and was it The Right Opinion and Jay Aubrey and Turkey Tom, who do all these like 40 to like an hour and a half like long like videos on trending topics. They go super in depth. Those get like millions to like 80,000 views each. They're extremely high intensive as far as I think editing goes and researching and scripting to do. And they put them out like once a month ish, I think. And they do really well, but I think that may be because if you can't do the weekly upload, then you have to really compensate with, instead of doing a weekly upload, you do a one giant video a month that makes up for all the views, the watch time you wouldn't have gotten. You would have gotten doing 10-minute videos every week.
Yeah.
Which I think is one way to compensate for the whole algorithm not pushing smaller content. So like if you're a smaller content and you can a smaller YouTuber and you can upload like 8-minute videos or 10-minute videos every week, or just like if you're a small animator, it takes you like a month to do a 30-second video.
Well,
which means that you have no chance.
That moves into the next topic.
Okay.
Which is, what is it like to be a small YouTuber?
It sucks.
I wouldn't be able to explain that since I've never.
I don't like it.
It's not a good experience.
I want to be. I would love to. It's like putting a lot of work into. It's like it almost kind of feels like working for a giant, like working for McDonald's but for free. You know.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it feels. It's like you're doing something that you like doing, but it's just not. It's like YouTube basically treats it like a job. You got to put in full time, pretty much, if you wanted to even have a chance.
See, See, this is the issue I was having. This is the issue I was having when I moved my channel to more scripted and edited stuff. Because before it was like, oh, I could just make videos and it's whatever. It takes zero effort. But now it's like I'm putting in effort to something that has no
reward,
benefit.
no monetary reward. It's essentially a giant waste of time. So the only reason you do videos,
well, I don't care about money.
It's because you like doing it, right? Yeah. Well, that's fine. Yeah. But like, I think
even when I get to like, if I get to like, I don't know, 50,000 to 100,000 subscribers, if that ever happened, I probably wouldn't monetize my stuff.
Well, that's a good
I don't really care about that.
But for the whole system there, even then, it's still like, I don't like the idea that, because I've not given up on ever making this into turning this into a profit, but it's so hard to get a video that's popular. And then on top of that, it's like I feel like I'm just dumping hours and hours and into videos, and the only person who's like profiting is a multi-million-dollar company that is just taking advantage of my passions, you know? Multi-billion.
I mean, they are.
They are.
That's the truth, but you know.
They are, which is what it's like being a small YouTuber, I think. Because when you're a big YouTuber, they're still taking advantage of your passion. But at least they're compensating you properly.
If you don't qualify for monetization and a video of yours gets copyright claimed, it still makes the claimant money, right?
It still does, yes. If they want to monetize it, if they want to.
On YouTube is very broken, like that.
That is true, and
I don't think that should be the case.
By compensation, well, no, that legally they have to. If they don't, it is so legal laws are screwed up. It's not YouTube. Well, it is YouTube's fault. They could do a better job, I'm sure, but like at the same time, no, it's not. They have to have this screwed up system because it's either that or they get sued every 10 days, and they definitely, even a multi-billion-dollar companies, well, they're just not willing to spend the money to fight all the lawsuits.
I think they would go bankrupt if they.
Yeah, because they run YouTube.
They're Google. They would never go bankrupt. All right.
They're part of Google owns YouTube, so if they was to get sued for copyright, every copyright infringement, you know how many videos could be under that?
Yes, I know. It's like an impossible amount, but I think Google has the impossible amount of money to fight every single one of those and win. They'd figure out, like, if they really, like, if this whole free harbor thing didn't exist, Google could probably like pay for some like copyright law changes.
Yeah.
Honestly, like they should do that. They should have gotten them into a position for that.
Well, except if you're us, you know. You can't copyright except if you're Google.
That's kind of what TikTok did, where they're overseas and they're running under like China's laws. So they don't the copyright over there is really whack. They steal like all the songs on there. I believe you can request to have them taken off of TikTok if you want. But I'm not 100% sure about that. But they start off by taking like your content. You can't sue, like no company in America can sue TikTok for anything because TikTok is in China and they run under Chinese law, and China favors Chinese companies. So no matter what, which I think is great. Despite what I don't like is that China is like stealing users' data like way more, like TikTok is way more invasive than like Western apps, a lot of the Western mainstream ones, which is why it's getting banned. But if it wasn't like that,
that's apparently going to be a thing.
Yeah, like if it wasn't the whole censorship thing, or the like China being big on censorship, although in the Western, like with TikTok, it actually not so much, but but like if they weren't such a like big on like stealing people's data and really like doubling down on collecting data on people, I would totally be game for like a Chinese run website that like doesn't listen to American copyright laws.
Yeah.
Although I don't know how messed up Chinese copyright laws might be.
Well, China can't be the only
be like
country.
Copyright, and China be like, no.
Exactly. That would be great. I would love that. I would love to see like full re-uploads of Disney movies on the Chinese websites.
Your data for copyright freedom. It's like that's the trade-off.
I think I would do that, honestly. Yeah. Because I don't live in China, and so I'll just feed their like new AI systems that they're gonna use to like Terminator the world.
Take over the universe, pretty much.
I would be able to like use any song I wanted and face 0 legal repercussions. I would love that.
That's worth being a slave.
Well, not yet. Maybe my grandchildren would feel it, but not me. I'd be fine.
Yeah.
Maybe my grandchildren will be slaves, but you know.
Hey, it's their problem, not mine.
Yeah, that's the perfect mindset for that's what everyone was thinking when they were just global warming first was put on the radar. Nah, someone else will deal with it.
Yeah, our children will deal with that problem.
I'm dealing with that. I'm putting it on. I'm not gonna become a scientist. I'm not gonna figure this out. I'll let someone else do it.
Here's my solution. We all die.
Yeah, Amy, what was it? I was watching this Bill Burr comedy special thing on Netflix, and he was talking about like nobody has the balls to just go out and say it, and just say that I'm sorry, but 85% of you have to go. Like someone has to start their campaigns thing saying, if I'm elected, I will remove 85% of all of the world's population. They wouldn't win, but like. I want to
I'd be down as long as it wasn't
I don't
me.
think that's the solution.
Anyone who votes for me is in that 25%.
I don't think that's the solution. I just think like
It's
know,
at 15%.
I just think there's nothing that we can do. Like I feel like even if we killed 80% of people, more people would still die anyways.
Yeah.
So just let them die.
No.
Just let people die.
The problem is we don't want to get irreversible, like the point of no return or something that everyone talks about. I think.
Well, we are beyond the point of no return. All we have left now to do,
but we're fine.
Move inland. Sell your house to Aquaman.
Exactly.
I loved that H-Bomber guy thing.
So that was a hilarious
video. That was so good.
Oh, you know what's even? I remember seeing him in one of his other videos. He was talking about how he was upset that it wasn't him who posted that meme online, so he didn't get it. He didn't get the exposure. It was just some random dude who posted on Twitter. That it was like, who are they gonna sell their houses to?
Man, just sell your house to the Ismith people, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not what do you guys think of Ben Shapiro? I don't really like him.
I think,
I think he can be funny sometimes.
I don't know. He's kind of cute. That's it, though.
I don't know. His sister's hot. I'll say that much.
Yeah, I agreed.
Oh, God.
What do we think of Ben Shapiro? I don't know. He's a little short.
Yeah. Oh, what about Steven Crowder?
Like, he's just dumb. That dude's freaking stupid.
I don't know.
I think it's funny that he has like a change my mind series, but like he never changes anyone's mind and never changes his mind. Like it is so not about changing your mind. It's just about like.
I don't think he actually believes any of the shit he talks about.
I think he does. It's to the point where he won't listen to any actual
logic. It's so like unresearched. It's obvious that it's just to fucking sell people ideology. That's the only reason.
I don't know. I think he does his research or his whatever. I just think that he will never listen to actual facts.
You're like what, 17 or something? You don't know.
Okay, fine. Yeah, sure.
That was a low blow, but I'm just saying. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
Go straight into the ages.
Maybe. Well, we're gonna die later than you. So.
Yeah, take that. You're gonna.
Who knows? That's like up in the air.
We'll probably all die at the same time, honestly.
We'll probably die in the nuclear holocaust. So
yeah.
It's all the same to me, you know. Age is just a number. We're all gonna die at
the
same. We're all gonna die at the same.
You don't want to spend the last days of your life in prison, all right?
No, I didn't. I'm making a joke, okay?
No, Pasta. Okay. Are you a comedian? Are you on stage right now?
Yes, I am. I am on stage.
Say no to any one of those things. You can't make jokes like that.
I'm on the stage of reality. Like,
all right.
I thought my life
I really
was
don't know
tragedy.
if that's gonna.
He's what's known.
Turns
what's
out
known as an internet comedian.
Hey, look, I ain't doing no Shane Dawson BS, okay?
Oh my
What?
God! Speaking of that situation is a complete mess. Jesus Christ! I don't
That's
even
hilarious.
know what's going through his head right now.
I would be more upset about Shane Dawson getting canceled if he was funny. If his racist and sexism was funny. Or his like creepiness. If it didn't come off as creepy and it was just like actually like funny, you know, like jokes, I would be upset that he was getting canceled. But I don't care because he's not funny. It's just cringe.
I think
I'm
like
not,
his
keeping up with
documentary
that.
series on certain things were somewhat interesting, but
I mean, I don't think he's gonna be affected. He's fine. Like maybe monetarily he'll be upset, not be screwed over for a bit, but he's fine. He's a millionaire, guys. He can afford to live in a
Here's
mansion.
just a flesh
what I
wound.
don't get. Like, what's his deal? Like, you know?
Wasn't he like a conspiracy dude? Now he's like a makeup dude. Like what?
No, he does conspiracy theory things about YouTubers, like wondering about whether or not Jake Paul is actually a psychopath, while not actually going to any actual licensed therapist or what the people who diagnose. I don't know, doctors.
So
Just talks to some
basically, he's
person.
on the same level of all those people who think that Michelle Obama's a man.
She is
Yeah,
though,
pretty
right?
much. That's hilarious.
Isn't she?
I just said that.
No.
You cut out.
Said she is though.
You don't count because you're 7.
Why am I here then? I haven't
am I
like
here?
said anything this
Suffer.
whole time.
then say something. It's not like
I mean, are you
Something!
not saying
Something.
anything right now? Do you not exist?
Now I am. This is like the most I've talked all like the past like
Podcast.
what 30 minutes, 20 minutes. How long?
It's all the same.
All right, let's go into a more generalized topic. What about gaming? Any of you guys played any like interesting games in the past like week or two?
I started
hear-
playing Terraria.
Terraria?
I couldn't get into that.
You couldn't
hear
get into it? Yeah.
The
Well, how do
new
you
Battle
pronounce
Royale?
that? What's the correct way to pronounce
Terraria?
Terraria?
Tardaria.
It's
That's
Terraria.
Terraria.
It's Terraria.
I
right?
call it Tardaria.
My dad called it Tataria.
Tata-
So I don't know. He also called
Southie one.
he called
Great and
Minecraft.
infamous land of Tataria.
You want to hear what he called Minecraft? he called it Minecraft, and he one day he sat down. He sat me down and he said, so what's the deal with this Minecraft? How are they changing the way that you think? You know.
Bruh. Yeah.
Dude, but did y'all hear about
I
that?
thought you were
new,
gonna say Minecraft.
Yeah, me too. Did y'all hear about the new Battle Royale that Ubisoft made, Hyperscape?
I don't care.
That game was. I
No.
saw it. And
Probably gonna be
I-
shit.
I'm not even interested in it. I saw it.
It's
but-
actually like pretty fun. I played it for a bit, like the day before the technical test ended.
a few
Oh,
streamers
okay.
on
I'm
Twitch
just gonna
playing
be
it, but
100% honest.
I'm just to be
Okay.
perfectly honest, I'm just done with battle royales in general.
You know, here's the thing. I'm just gonna be
Yeah, those
100%
Battle Royales
honest before we move forward. I'm just gonna be 100% honest. I only play like 3 games, and that is Minecraft, Kerbal Space Program, and Universe Sandbox. Also, Space Engine, but that's not a game. That's like saying looking at a picture is a game. Yeah, that's what I do. So yeah, I'm not a huge gamer. I just play a lot of Minecraft and Kerbal Space Program.
I'm pretty much the same as Pasta. I bought a couple of games, but I don't really play too many. I'm trying to get into things like Terraria and stuff, which is why I started streaming on Twitch, because I want to play like all the games I bought, because they were expensive, even on Steam sale. I want to play them. I just don't like story games.
I don't think I'm as far into like that side, Pasta. Like I don't play just 3 games, but I'm not like I don't play like hundreds of games. Like I don't keep up with every new release and be like, oh, I gotta try that. That's gonna be something.
Yeah.
So
I've just been trying to
Same.
expand.
Like I don't
me,
know.
what I
Like
play.
the way I view it is like, call me a boomer or something, but like I just find it as like a waste of money. Like I already have everything that I like ever wanted in these 3 games. Like why would I waste why would I waste my mom's money on other games, you know? It doesn't make any sense.
I mean, that's just the
Um,
way some people are. They just stick to one or a couple of games.
Like I get why other people might pay for other games because a lot of the times like
experiences can get dry.
yeah, and they're like different stories. Like games, like as much as people don't like to compare them to movies and stuff, but they're like linear. They're stories with like they're not movies, but they're like each game. Think of it as buying another movie
Yeah.
DVD or something like that. It's not
I like video games are a lot like sex. You can only do the same position so many times. It's boring. So
I just don't really like stories in
Relatable.
games.
Except for with
That's not what
Minecraft.
I'm about.
Minecraft's
it's like everybody here is a virgin, and I say that even.
Relatable. Cause I do that all the time.
Yeah, you know how you have sex so much that you just
So
get
All the
much.
sexual
So
energy
much.
I have.
Everybody here
All
just
of it.
has so much sex. We're just
I have so much coitus, yo.
Well, why'd you have to make it educational?
yeah. That's
I know, right?
what is this? The
Shut
animal?
up.
This is like Animal
crap.
Planet. Do it how they do on the Discovery Channel. We ain't nothing but mammals. All right. Next topic.
Let's
Did-
go into the game that we play a lot of, Minecraft.
Yeah.
Um,
What's
It's only Minecraft, really.
I've literally.
Okay,
just been,
so
like, taking a break.
what have you guys been doing on the craft the past week? Like any
Um,
How
topics you
long has
have?
everybody been playing Minecraft for?
Since
oh,
like beta, but I
8,
stopped until
9
1.6. So because I didn't.
So
I used
like
a friend.
years, like
Yeah,
I think I'm probably like.
years.
How old is Minecraft now? 9. I've probably been doing it for
no,
8.
not.
Let me,
11, Minecraft.
Like I mean like you dates.
It's 11 years old?
Like,
Let me look
like
up.
2010,
Let me look up when
2011.
Oh my
beta
fucking
1.2
God.
was released.
All right, listen. Stop talking at the same time. My ears hurt.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah. The game is 11 years old.
Okay, then I've been probably playing it for 10.
It was released on.
Yeah, 10. Okay.
Where is this? 2011.
Hell yeah.
I've
So
played since I was 4.
9
so that's, like,
years.
yeah, I've been playing for the same amount of time ish.
You've been
Like maybe
playing
8 or 9
since
years.
you were 4.
On mobile, yeah.
Oh
Really?
my god.
Oh,
Yeah,
you were
no,
you were
no,
going
I-
with that.
I remember the day that I
fucking-
got it. I was really excited. I was in like my
Like the
preschool
cheap
class.
pocket edition.
Jacob out here really being 7.
I used to there was this game called, I don't know if this was like a popular game, but I think it was just a rip-off of Minecraft. It was called Eden, and I don't think that was just the name. It was like a Minecraft rip-off.
Yeah, there was tons of those back in the day. I think
There
I
still
heard
are, but they all suck.
Yeah, they
Oh,
suck.
Sugargun 3D really do be making money though.
It actually like wasn't that bad of a game for like. It was really fun, but that's what I played before Minecraft, and then my cousins showed me the game. How did you guys find out about Minecraft?
Oh yeah.
Friend showed me
Yeah.
Minecraft.
So in 2010, my cousin played Minecraft in the version before it actually had infinite terrain. And then after that, 2 years went by, and I found out that game was actually called Minecraft. And everybody was playing it now. So it was 2012. Everybody was
It was
playing
the hip
Minecraft. And
game of the year.
eventually I begged my parents enough to buy Minecraft. They thought it would like they had all these like boomer notions about buying games on the internet. Like they didn't understand how you could actually like purchase something on the internet. Like it didn't make any sense to them. Like
That's like, wait.
why would you pay money for like a file on the internet that's a game? Like the concept like didn't compute in their brains. So like that was a whole like roadblock.
Windows processing noise starts
Yeah.
playing.
It's like like they thought video games like only existed on like discs and like cartridges. Like that's like legit what they thought.
Oh god.
And
Your
so
cartridge.
eventually I was like, oh, it's this you get it from this
Slap it in your
website, and
PSP.
they were like, oh, they're gonna track our data. They're gonna like record videos of you. And
But do they have Facebook accounts?
yes, they have Facebook accounts.
Yeah. Oh, the irony.
But I don't think they even had it. Well, I think they did have them then, but they eventually got it. And for like I think Christmas, I can't remember, but I was like 12, I think.
You were a young pup.
Yes, and so I've been playing Minecraft ever since I was 12. So. Yeah.
How about you, Rez? How'd you find out about the game?
Found out because like a lot of my like very very close friends at the time was playing the game, and at the time I didn't have a PC, I had a tablet, so I couldn't play it because what you call it, Pocket Edition wasn't a thing back then.
No, it was. It was a thing back in 2012.
Yeah, but when I found out about the game before then, so that was before Pocket Edition was a thing. When I started like actually playing the game like fully is when Pocket Edition like came out with a light version. Like the very, very.
Oh my god, I remember that.
Yeah, that was when I first played it, but I heard of the game beforehand from my friends, where I used to go over their places during the weekends and just play like hours on end while eating like tons of junk food. So that was fun.
Nifty.
Then once I got my trash PC, aka my potato PC, was the first time I got the Java edition like a couple of years later. And then I think like another 5 years from then is when I got the PC that I currently have. Just thank God, because I hate playing Minecraft Java Edition with 10 FPS. It was not fun.
Dude, that was my PC before 2020 started.
Yeah.
Yeah, Minecraft
That's why I
was
quit
so bad
soon.
on all the old versions, but it's hard to imagine that.
I played.
It lagged, but you play on Minecraft with computers of today's quality, and old Minecraft versions like run like smooth.
Here's the thing.
You actually get like 700 FPS.
I don't know if I've told you guys this before,
Mm-hmm.
but the first computer I actually played Minecraft on was a 1995 or whatever Windows XP. And it worked. It said that it wouldn't work, but it worked.
Was it smooth? Was it like super choppy or like what was it like?
I had a video. I think I uploaded the video to YouTube of a video that I recorded on that computer, so you can see through there. It was pretty smooth.
Oh,
so
that's crazy, man.
You got like what, 20 FPS, 30 FPS?
Yeah, it was like sometimes less than that because it's a lag spike all the time, but.
Right, man, you should have gotten Optifine on that thing. You know that's probably like I bet in like 20 years those old computers will be worth like a couple thousand.
That thing's dead. I wanted to try and get files off of it. It had this like error that basically means that like it's big dead, big doo doo.
Well, that's the problem. The hard drive. Like I had I wanted to get a couple of my Minecraft worlds off some old like dead computers that we had. But it's always like hard drive failure. But one of them was the motherboard. But as it turns out, it was the motherboard and the hard drive. Because like I got this adapter and everything to open it up again, and like none of it saved.
I recently found an Asus laptop I had a little while ago, and I think the issue with it is something's wrong with the hard drive. But I do believe I have some old I did. The hard drive's probably done, but I had some old Minecraft worlds on it.
Yeah, like I've got some from beta that I wanted to get open. There's a place you can go to like sell to get them fixed, and they'll open up your hard drive and carefully go over every little piece of it. And
so if it's not like if the hard drive is salvageable, maybe I'll be able to check out some old Minecraft worlds I had.
If you give your hard drive to like someone like that, are they legally allowed to like look through your files? Like, you know.
I think they have to.
If you give permission.
Like they might have to just ask for the permission to use, because like it's hard to not fix it, and the only way to know what it is to open it up and look through it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have to go through my own services.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Why are you afraid they'll see something they're not supposed to?
No.
Something
Oh, you're
related to them
fucking
age
nude.
jokes earlier,
Oh,
probably.
shut up. Yeah, maybe I just don't want them to see my nudes. Yeah.
They were on that computer?
No.
Okay.
From 1995?
Holy
I
cow.
wasn't even
you
freaking
really
alive
Were you
in
even alive
1995.
Yeah, I don't think I was even alive back then.
Bro, you were born in like what?
Age
Wait,
reveal,
how old
age
are you?
reveal.
I already
I-
told you my age right now. I don't know why you, like,
I'm
the
19, so I was born in 2000, pre 9/11.
Why
You gotta
am
make a
I
video
thought you
about
were,
that.
Pre
like, 20.
9/11.
Oh god.
Wait,
I
when
was
did
born
9/11
the
happen?
day after 9/11.
I was
That
born
sucks.
3 days before 9/11, plus a year before.
You really
That
made
must have
us
been-
think you were younger than you were there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it must have been interesting a couple of years down the line when you found out about that. You were like,
Oh
wait,
yeah,
that?
I didn't
What-
know. I didn't know. I was 8 before I found out that like we were at war.
That
I was like, oh shit.
You were like, wait, what? Really? That was
You were like,
happening
oh
while I
shit,
was,
when
like,
you were
Yeah,
8.
oh, in my brain, okay. I was
Okay, like, you know
Oh
how...
crap!
Yeah, oh,
yeah,
crap.
I
Yeah.
was like, oh crap. This
Can't
whole
believe
time
that.
we've been at war.
That was a tall
Oh,
when,
crumpets.
when my country...
Crumpets.
Oh, well.
See, when I was 8, I used to think that the UK was what it should have been, and basically the biggest country and the most wealthiest country. So,
No, you were born
Well, I
about
can.
50
apparently
years
not.
too late.
Well, now. Imagine thinking that the UK is the greatest country in the world.
I used
Yeah.
to think that so I used to think that South America was all Mexico, and that North and South, like we were just America, like the United States, and just the north part of it being like up north, and then the south part being.
So, what about Canada? Where did that fit in? Was that a part of America?
No, I was just Canada.
That was
They just vibing.
Well, here's the thing. A lot of people have these like embarrassing things that they believed as kids that were like weird. I don't have any of them. I pretty much just like knew what I knew and then didn't make up what I didn't like.
You want to
know.
believe in Santa
So-
when there was a kid?
Oh, I did believe
Um,
in Santa though, and here's the crazy thing. I believe Santa like an insane. Like I did Santa apologetics. It was crazy. I like rationalized ways to believe in Santa, even when it was like, even when people would like say, "Yo, Santa's not real," I'd be like, "Hell nah, Santa could just be invisible. You don't know that." And like, I would say
Yeah,
that,
right.
and I would believe it because
Santa is an omnipotent being.
because
He
that
basically is
that was
God,
literally
right?
like the same arguments I would give myself for like why God existed. And then like as soon as people debunked it, I was like, oh shit, I have no reason to believe in either.
no
of
reason
the first question I had about Santa was, where the fuck is he getting all this money?
Because they're all like, oh, I'm pretty sure this was at Walmart.
Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah,
he
well,
had
I
so
mean,
much money
like-
to buy all
Yeah, how
these
does he
presents.
afford all this
uses
shit?
slave labor. I mean, there's no way around that. I mean, he does use slave labor.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is.
You have to
It
buy
is
the
funny.
products to make the stuff in the first place. Where did you get the money to buy that?
Maybe
No,
he
the
used
slaves-
slave labor to build this place.
They
in the
probably
first
just
place.
steal it. I think Santa just does his entire thing as an empire of crime. That's what's up.
Just
secretly,
fucking GTA that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When
He's
I
delivering cargo.
Santa is a Nazi agent who was placed there when the Nazis tried to invade the North Pole.
Right,
Wait,
okay.
that happened?
No, that's
They're-
I'm like,
They're,
where are
they're
they
hiding.
invading?
They're hiding Santa at Area 51.
Yes,
pretty much.
they
Alright,
let he escapes once a year with his cronies
Yeah.
because he is a war criminal.
Yes.
Well, no, they keep all the files about this at the Pentagon. They actually hire him to do this, and he plants for the government. He plants cameras in everybody's house.
Mm.
So he knows when you're sleeping, or
He
when you're
doesn't-
sleeping, and he knows when
Yeah.
you're awake.
Make sure everyone's following. Was
I
it,
mean, look, do you ever wonder why when you
municipal
say
protocol for
something,
building your
when you
chimneys?
say something a bunch of times in your house, and then you get an advertisement for that thing?
Oh my god.
Oh
Like,
god.
here's
I'm
the
telling you, they're
contentious-
cameras.
Here's a
Yeah, real
contentious
fast,
issue. So, like, do you think it's like right to like tell children that Santa's real? Do you think that's like, do you
I
think
don't
it's
think so.
Up until a certain point.
do you think it's wrong to like go up to a kid and be like, "Yo, they're lying to you, man. Santa's fake." Do you think that's like
Yeah.
wrong? Do you think that's like morally wrong?
I think it is.
No, I
It's
think-
none of your
I think
business.
that.
That's what's up.
No,
what-
I think you
my
shouldn't lie to
perspective.
children. I think you shouldn't lie to children. I really do. Like, yeah,
Well,
all
I
this
mean, it's
BS
not,
we
like-
do for children, like, oh, you can be whatever you want to be if you just put your. That's BS. No, you can't be
Yeah.
whatever you can't. Timmy, you can't be an
That's
astronaut.
Well,
Dark
if you're gonna
You
say
can't.
that, I think that you should also it should be morally wrong to induct children into religions because
Yes,
it's the same.
it is. It's wrong. That's wrong.
I think. Okay, well then we agree. Yes, I would
yeah.
agree.
Also, the traditional family is exploitation and is unjust. So, for that reason, because they indoctrinate children without their consent into their own beliefs and hold them to it.
Well, I mean, okay, sure, whatever. Let's end this kind of conversation as quickly as possible. I don't understand.
No,
Alright,
I will destroy you.
But when I first found out about Santa, my parents never told me that Santa wasn't real. So I was just like, I figured it out on my own, and then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna play along because I never asked any questions. I just played along for the presents. That's what I did.
Oh yeah, I mean, I did
Yeah, that
for
would
a
have been
while, but-
smart.
They just
if
never
I did
told
that.
me that he was real in the first place.
Mm.
Like, I just didn't get the Santa bullshit. It was just like,
Well,
yo, we're gonna
Here's a
look.
present.
We have this fucked up tradition where we give you shit once a year, and I'm like, you know what? I'm cool with that. I like getting free shit.
Yeah, you
But I don't
see,
know
and
what-
Johnsy turned out just fine.
Yeah.
No, he didn't. He meows occasionally. I don't think that's. Yeah, I don't think that's described as just fine.
When I was about 7 or 8, my parents just assumed that I knew Santa wasn't real, and that was a good assumption because I always just found it sketch. To be honest, we didn't have a chimney, so.
How the
Yeah,
fuck is this
same.
dude getting in?
Oh, that's great.
You must have the keys to our house.
I'm not lying. I would legit engage in Santa apologetics. Like, I sincerely thought that like Santa
Dude,
was real
what-
for like an exorbitant amount of time. It was crazy.
One time I got sick on Christmas Eve, and I kept trying to sleep during the day because of, like, I was really tired and I didn't want to do anything. And my stepdad was like, "Yo, hey, stop trying to do that. You're just trying to sleep now so you'll be awake when Santa gets here." And he wouldn't let me sleep.
Right.
Trying to bait Santa
Like,
out.
how am I
man.
supposed to sneak into your room and have sex with your mom if you're away?
Jesus Christ!
No, I probably wasn't for that far, but
I
okay.
didn't need to picture that. Come on, man.
Yeah, you
That could have been.
Hey, look, when I was a kid, I would get scared of like there's a monster under my bed. Come like do all the weird stuff that parents do to get the monster to leave. And so I would go into my parents' room to get them when I was scared. And let's just say one time I should have just stayed in my room.
Should've
the
hung out with the
monster-
monster.
The
What's
monster
in
would
your
have been less
parents' bed?
scary.
Yeah.
God, that's great.
Anybody else ever had that happen where you just like
No.
Nope.
I'm the only
I don't know.
one.
Yes, you don't.
I was
Thank
wondering
God.
like what voodoo tricks do they have that make the monster go away? Like I'm a person, they're a person, so they must have some kind of like secret means
Black magic.
of getting this monster out of my room. So they must be practicing voodoo, and I just assumed that all the like sexual noises that were happening in the other room were them doing voodoo stuff.
Here's the thing with me. I never actually like believed that the monsters were there or anything. I just didn't know that there weren't monsters. So
I needed to be
like,
sure.
Yeah, I
This is-
need to be sure. That's the thing.
I used to think that there were like not monsters, but I used to think that people like there were like people that would come through my window and break into my house. And if they saw me because I would hide under their blanket, that like I would
You would die instantly.
I would die. Or
Oh
something.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, not that extreme, but like.
Yeah, I got that a bunch.
When you put your head under the blanket, you would always think, oh, there's somebody there now, like, and so you whip your head you whip the blanket off your head, and you look around real quick, and then you put your head back under, and then you think it again. And then you have to look.
I don't know. For me, I would never look up. I would just spend the entire night under my blankets. Just.
Yeah. The other thing is like, if you're leaning one way or the other, like you'll be like, oh, in the place where
He's gotta be behind me.
He's gotta be right there, and then you're like, oh snap. Then you turn, and then you get the same thing for the other side. Man, it's like horrible.
Okay. I never thought that way as a kid. But I watched The Grudge as a kid, and that, no joke, probably made my life objectively worse because of watching that movie. I'm 18 years old, and I still do that to this day. I've done it almost every night since I've watched that movie, and there's something behind me. I'm in my bed at nighttime, and I'm like, there's someone fucking behind me. It has to be there. So yeah, I watched the movie when I was like 7 or 8, and ever since then, my life has been.
Okay, let me write this down so my children never turn into John C.
You ever be laying there in bed trying to go to sleep, and then like you just think, my goodness, the universe could just like end, just like randomly, like
no, that's a very you thing to think, the pasta.
Yeah, that's just my shower thoughts, to be honest.
It's like you don't know that the universe won't end in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, I don't really get like concerned with that kind of thing, but that is a thought that
it's out of my control. So I bother thinking about it.
The other thing that's like pretty common is why am I me and not anybody else? You know, like why?
Here's the big thing that I think about.
Like, what if I turned out to be like a bug or a dog?
It's like.
Like, why am I human? I guess I just got lucky.
Was it just random? Yeah. Like, you know, like.
I mean, or unlucky, depending on your perspective.
And like, why am I like in America, like a place that's like well off and not like born like and then for 5 seconds just die?
Why wasn't I born a child soldier? Jeez, come on.
Yeah, like there's so many more people living in impoverished countries. Like, you'd think you'd have such a higher chance of that.
It's gotta happen, I guess.
But I guess it's like minutia, like, you know, why wasn't I born a millionaire in that case then? So
that's true too. So that you could do the grind.
Yeah.
It's the fun part.
Yep.
Or the soul crushing part.
There's joy in being a child that's born into poverty and starving to death after 5 months.
Look, man, I want the challenge.
There's a joy. Yeah, that's just your soul doing the hardcore speed run.
All right.
That's the speed run.
So, hear me out. So, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but it's in one of the Rick and Morty episodes. They play this game called Roy.
Oh yeah, where they play as Roy.
Yeah, and I'm wondering like if like there's like maybe you can choose your difficulty, and people that are born in like poverty. Like in those types of countries, just chose like the challenge mode or something.
Like, how do you know this isn't Roy right now?
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
what if we're just all like Morty?
Sometimes I would think, what if we're all Mortys? What if it's my pseudo-intellectual thing to say?
My little brother revealed this conception that he had to me, like when he was little. He told me that he used to get mad at retarded people because he thought that retarded people chose to be retarded. Like they purposefully chose to be like he had this idea that everybody chose to be who they are before they were born. And so he would like get mad at like stupid people because because they chose to be dumb. Like,
No?
Oh.
why didn't they just choose
You should
to
have
be
asked
me,
him
you would
why
say.
he chose to be dumb.
Yeah.
That would have been the
Also,
ultimate.
I had friends who used to think that it was impossible to hold your breath unless you puffed your cheeks out with hair. Like, they thought it was... Like, you couldn't hold your breath...
Tasha just
like,
made all
unless-
of us hold
and-
our breath for
yeah,
a second.
And puffer cheeks.
And
out.
also, they thought that as soon as you close your eyes, you're asleep. So blinking is just falling asleep and then waking up
Oh, like
really
half a
quickly.
like a split.
Yeah.
You're
so-
asleep.
and I had a very... I remember being a like 7 or 8 and having like a really heated debate with them about that. I was very passionate in proving that blinking is not falling asleep.
I mean,
So
is
what?
it though?
You'll be like in the middle of
Is it
a
though?
No, because you
Why?
can, because I can close my eyes right now and have a conversation. I can't have a conversation.
Yeah, but maybe
While
you're
I'm
like,
asleep.
okay, so
Have you
think-
heard of sleepwalking? Maybe it's just sleep talking.
What about blind people?
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
exactly. That's a counter example.
They've just
That's
never woken up.
Yeah, they've just never. they're just constantly asleep, man.
I mean, there are people that like talk in their sleep and like that can have conversations and
Yeah.
like
I
sleepwalk
don't know.
and whatever else.
Like I hate to like have this like massive ego or whatever, but like everybody reveals
say
like weird like conceptions they had about the world as a kid. I just never had any of them. Like I didn't
Yes, you
believe
have. You
false
had at least
things.
one.
I
believe in
just
Santa
didn't.
Claus.
If I didn't have reason to believe something, I didn't believe it.
Oh.
Like, and the things that I did believe in that were like wrong were like things like, oh, for like a few years I didn't believe in evolution because people told me it was false. Like, but adults don't believe in that. Like, there are groups of adults that don't believe it. Like, and then for like, I don't know, like 14 years I believed in God, but like most of the world believes in that anyways. So can you really say that's a misconception? Like,
It is a misconception.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I
It's-
mean,
hey, let's
You
not
were
get
just
into this.
you were believing things because random fucking people told you.
You are so gullible. Jeez.
oh yeah, I'm so
Yeah,
gullible.
I'm glad I
Where-
never fell into that
Idiot.
trap.
Stupid
like
pasta.
like some people go their entire lives calling South America Africa.
Oh well,
Some
you
pe-
can't use
Some
well,
people
he said
spend
that
their
in
entire
common
lives
sense.
calling bandages band-aids.
Okay, let's not get into that.
Band-aids. Band-aids are cool.
Yeah, it's like
You mean bandages?
Both of them. I like them both.
I don't know. Like I'm not
bandage-
saying that it's because I'm like a genius or anything, but like when I was little, you could like point to a place on the map and I could tell you where it was.
Oh my
like
lord.
I knew where.
Maybe you're
everything
So you're
was.
saying you're a genius.
Yes, he's a
What are they
music
called?
child.
Savant?
Yeah, maybe.
Savan.
Yeah. I also knew
Yeah,
every
just a
single
savant.
type of spider. Like I knew every single type, all that stuff.
Spiders
there
are crazy,
you
man.
can't
I
know
don't
every
like
single
them.
type of spider. They're you can find an undiscovered new species in your backyard.
Oh yeah, that's true. But like I knew like an exorbitant amount of them. Like so many.
Okay, all right, whatever.
And like I knew all their behaviors and stuff. Yeah.
We get it,
You
we
can
get it.
tell me to
You're just
shut
a
up at any
savant.
time. You can.
We
tell
get
me.
it. You think you're smart. Just shut up.
I'm telling you a really sad story
It's
about
like, I don't
why
think
I'm
I'm
not
smart.
smart today.
I know I'm smart.
Yeah.
I'm so smart. I know so many things that one of the things that I know is that
I'm-
I'm smart.
I'm so smart
Big
that I
brain.
know I'm stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, try and logic that one out.
Words.
No,
That's
I
what those were.
don't think I'm smart. I think
How long?
the reason that I knew that stuff is because like I had an immense fixation on it. Like
How long have we been recording this so far?
over an
Foster?
hour at this point.
Longer
Alright,
than an
so
hour?
Are you ready to
I thought
wrap
we
this up?
restarted earlier.
No, because I'm gonna leave that in.
Oh my god, you're
Like
gonna
the-
leave in
like
10 minutes.
the asshole
are
that
you?
I am, I will leave that in.
Alright, listen. Put a timestamp in the video saying that the actual
Why?
thing starts at like 11 minutes 30
That's a
seconds.
good idea. Just in case someone wants to skip us arguing.
All right then. So
Hey,
any
look,
final
y'all have
thoughts
access to the
before we
channel.
wrap
If
this up?
you want to do that yourselves, you can put that thing in. Okay?
I'm not.
Yeah.
Y'all can do
alright.
it.
I am.
Alright,
Well,
you do
who's
that.
upload? Are you gonna put it in the comments or what? Something like that, or
I got
on the side?
I got well, how to set the timestamp.
Who's gonna watch
YouTube added
this?
that new feature to do it.
I don't know. I think people who watch our live streams probably would watch this.
All right, I'm gonna end it now. Anybody wanna?
Wait, don't any final thoughts before we wrap this up?
Jay thought it
Oh
was
yeah,
best
I wanted to
here.
add a little thing about the whole. Everyone was talking about like stuff they think about like at night. Sometimes at night I'll think about how I might just be some guy's drug hallucination.
Oh yeah, I think about that.
You know,
one
like
too.
because I've heard about
What
people
if you're in
who
a
it's like
dream?
they take a drug of some kind. I think it's DMT maybe something like that, and they just they think up an entire they spend like 2 years as some other person in some other like completely world that they felt completely real to them. So I think when I die, I'm just gonna like wake up just like on some guy's couch.
Yeah. Well, here's.
I
like,
really want whatever drug does that.
Well, here's
Or-
the thing.
Well,
what
it's like a
I-
random side
I-
effect
I
of certain
first-
ones.
I first developed that like mindset where I'd ask myself those questions when I was like 6 or 7, and I would ask myself, how do I know what I know? I'd be like, well, I know that I'm here because all the things I did in my day. I know like gravity and why all the planets move and stuff.
Gravity.
And,
Gravity.
but I don't
You
know,
gravity, though.
but I don't know why I exist. And then I would be sitting there in bed. I'd be like, well, if I don't know why I exist, and I don't know what controls my existence, I don't know if there could be something like occurring now that will end my existence without me even knowing it. And then my brain would like do this thing. It's like my brain would just like a fire in my brain would explode, like panic. I would be like, oh shit, I know nothing. I am lost in the void of the universe, in chaos. All is chaos. Nothing is intelligible, and my brain would just be red hot with fire, and it would hurt.
Oh,
and
why were you so stupid?
Why is that stupid? I don't
All of us are
understand.
smart enough not to
Alright, we
think
should
about
wrap
those
this
things.
up.
That's how I'm wrapping it up. By asking why pasta's dumb.
Yeah,
Why are you dumb? Why do you think, man?
Why Noodleman dumb?
Leave a like if you enjoyed, if you watched all the way through, and subscribe to the channel.
Big dumb think bad thoughts. Me think good thoughts.
If you
And with that, this is the Yokes podcast signing out.
All right.